Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't work.
No violence is permitted on the strip.
20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet.
What floor, partner?
It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street.
High roller suite. Where to, partner?
Everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet them.
Penthouse floor.
Be advised, the Lucky 38 is not open to the general public. Trespassers will be shot.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it. Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made. A great deal shall be happening. A cascade of events with you taking a central role. At the moment, however, all you need to do is take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. You'll understand soon enough. Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the strip. Why would I want to go to war against the NCR? They're my best customers. If their leaders weren't scheming to steal Vegas out from under me, I'd have no troubles with the NCR at all. To secure the future of New Vegas, I must have your assistance. The work ahead is dangerous, but you weather danger well. The next step will require you to infiltrate Caesar's camp at Fortification Hill. Absolutely not. Caesar is of great use to me.
I don't want you harming a hair on that man's head, assuming you could find one. I want you to open a hatch in the basement of the derelict weather station atop Fortification Hill. You'll recognize it on sight. The hatch bears the logo of the Lucky 38, same as the Platinum chip. You can't, but the chip can. The hatch will recognize the Platinum chip and open sesame. Something very important. I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, so don't bother asking. I'm not offering you an incentive as crude as money, though there'll be plenty of that. What I'm offering you is a ground floor opportunity in the most important enterprise on Earth. What I'm offering is a future. For you, and for what remains of the human race. What did you want to discuss? That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the Platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yacht. What else did you want to discuss? What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little diorama set inside a glass dome that I find pleasing. If you run across any out in the wastes, turn them in to Jane. She'll compensate you. What else did you want to discuss? Hoover Dam, of course. A hydroelectric dam. The NCR had it up and running at 50% capacity within a year of occupying the dam. By treaty, New Vegas receives 5% of its output. More than enough. What else did you want to discuss? I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat. To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam. And I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table. Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar. That attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice. NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy. The salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those 2 armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss? General Oliver's strategy or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, has been to mass troops at Hoover Dam. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, when they rout, pursue and destroy them in detail. A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see. A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by talking out of turn. What else did you want to discuss? It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it. By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately. I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short. On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived a day sooner. The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October 22nd, 2077, the day before the Great War. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was. Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived. What else did you want to discuss? Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
Where to, partner? Casino floor.
Here and there are traces of that about the boy.
Hey,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
been doing a lot of good work out there, setting an example for the others. I know Ranger Jackson appreciates it.
Well, you know what that means.
All right then.
Time for some news. Tops Hotel owner Benny has been killed by an unidentified assailant. His former right-hand man, Swank, consoled mourners.
If I know my pal Benny, he's swinging with the big cat upstairs as we speak. Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
In addition, the Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos.
Been doing a lot of good work out there.
You by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. Got some deep.
Been doing a lot of good.
Talking about the greatest feeling in the world. Love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her, she kissed me. Like a fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Love me
Got a hole in the bowl. My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just to be beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. Like sunshine and spread.
Where to, partner?
Just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Penthouse floor.
Ooh, suddenly I feel all tingly, and I find I've got a rocket launcher.
Once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
What floor, partner? Casino floor.
Like the sailor said, "Quote, ain't that a hole in a boat?" My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep
Excuse me, but are you... Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse... Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so... Right. We just... It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help.
picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better.
Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you, they will be worth plenty of caps. Great! I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. It's just about time to get you some news. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. One more story for you. NCR Correctional Facility is now under prisoner control following a successful riot.
What floor, partner?
One who looks like they've done time. Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's gonna happen next. Gonna play a song for you right now. And it's about that special someone you find only once. in
Let's
a
roll
blue
out.
moon.
What floor, partner? Casino floor.
You saw me standing alone, without a tear in my heart, without a love of my own.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet? Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online. It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today. Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? I am ready to process our transaction. Come back and see it.
Gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see any NCR in the ghetto, and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. One more story for you. Several unidentified aircraft were spotted flying over the Repcon test site by a local crackpot. He spoke to a toy bear near one of our microphones.
It's ghouls, I tell you. Religious ghouls in rockets looking for a land to call their own. Don't you laugh at me. I know a spell that'll make you show your true form. Cave Rat taught it to me.
We'll have more news for you at the top of the hour. Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me.
Hey there, need anything?
Just as sure as you live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta
Sure, here's what I got.
When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine. Don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard
Let's see what you got.
Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night. We'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Hey there.
Hey there. Need anything?
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you. And that somebody is me. I love you. All the latest news coming your way right now. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. Also in the headlines, Top's hotel owner Benny has been killed by an unidentified assailant. His former right-hand man, Swank, consoled mourners.
If I know my pal Benny, he's swinging with the big cat upstairs as we speak. Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you?
Johnny Guitar, what if you go? What if you stay?
No, I won't trade with you. Gotcha.
What if you're cruel? You can be
Let's deal. Read a book? The giant lizards walk the earth like this one. Might be a gecko this size.
Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look.
Let's deal.
Trade? Ha! You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you?
Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look.
Nobody till somebody loves you.
No,
That
I won't
somebody
trade with you.
is me. I love you. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. A hostage crisis between the NCR and the Great Khans was resolved peacefully when a third-party negotiator successfully secured the hostage's release.
identified by a local crackpot. He spoke to a toy bear near one of our microphones.
It's ghouls, I tell you. Religious ghouls in rockets looking for a land to call their own. Don't you laugh at me. I know a spell that'll make you show your true form. Cave Rat taught it to me.
That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas saying, I'm just no good without you. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now, come on, you don't have to be shy.
Did you see all the commotion at RepCon? I hope that doesn't mean trouble.
Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
And then there suddenly appeared before me.
Now, come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Can we go up in Dinky sometime, just to look at the view? What's up? Yes, I do. Thank you. I'd like to do some trading. Do you think we could do that? When I was at the Mojave Outpost, I talked to Major Knight about where I should go. He gave me 3 names. Great! It has been too long since I've been to a trader. I'm ready. Let's go. No, I won't trade with you. Trade? Ha! You money.
Let's distribute the weight. Let's distribute the weight.
That tower on the strip, the one...
Let's distribute the weight.
Hey, it's Mr. New Vegas letting you know I've got a new Christmas compilation coming out soon. Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Look for it on holotape. This just in. Scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. Also, NCR Correctional Facility is now under prisoner control following a successful riot. Locals should avoid anyone who looks like they've done time. Those were our top stories. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
We're here! I'm so excited. This is the first time I've been to a trader since I was at the Mojave Outpost. You know, I keep magazines with me wherever I go. I have ones about trading or negotiating. You might find the ones about trading helpful. I don't read them much. I mostly study the negotiating ones. Here, you can have one of the trading ones. I should probably just sell the trading ones I have, since I don't read them, but I keep thinking I will, and then I don't, you know? Hi, I need to buy a few things. Here's my list. If you could give me 3 or 4 things off of it, that would be great. I'm ready. Let's go.
Bad guys won't see us coming. You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. So there's just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the 2 leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks.
In order to be President Hoover Dam, NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not
All right, then.
Also in the headlines, rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. Newman wishing you ladylike luck tonight. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination, and especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
Hi.
You want someone dead? Hey!
Make a brief stop. The atomic
You like
rank.
that? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. It should only take a moment. There, I've stowed all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning.
You people
Okay,
are
everyone.
crazy!
Show's over. Back to work.
Evening. Hello.
All right, then.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where... Of course.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. And now the news. The Helios 1 solar power plant remains dormant despite NCR's effort to reactivate the facility.
We're watching you
The chief scientist
closely.
at the plant vowed to fix the problem, blaming it on an atmosphere of, quote, severe underappreciation. In other news, tensions are brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil
I'll hold
in
up here.
disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. Those are our stories for this hour. This is Mr. New Vegas signing off. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
When an
super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the buddy slope. Also, Top's hotel owner Benny has been killed by an unidentified assailant. His former right-hand man, Swank, consoled mourners.
If I know my pal Benny, he's swinging with the big cat upstairs as we speak. Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens. Well, Jackson and the Mojave Outpost could get it to the folks in the West. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though. All right, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say.
We're watching you closely.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's roll.
Have I told you about the time that... Wait, do you hear that?
Even.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment. What is it? Let me see. All right, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was Legion work, but... I can, if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go, but you and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me? That'll have to do. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling. If The Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us. Greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion. I'll do what I can. And those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Well, that's settled, I suppose. Feels... I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years. Well, no idea why your friend Mr. House wants it, but I'm guessing it's not for the caps. Ask him then. Not much, and I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run New Vegas. He runs the robots, but, well, no one's really seen him. Well, except you, that is.
Hey.
Afraid? Ha! You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you?
Glad that I left the outpost behind.
Welcome back. It's been a pleasure.
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas.
Hello there. Welcome to the...
Just talking about the gamma radiation. More news for you. Word out of Camp Golf is that many NCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said it was part of a new strategy. Also in the headlines, traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. That news was brought to you by the Tops Casino. You dig us, baby. We're the Tops. More classic coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Let's deal.
Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared crack his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there.
Hey, I could use.
Good. Music to my ear. Let's see what you got.
There's a hand over here.
It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whiskey from each lip, and he's here to do some business with me. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
We should be ready for anything in here, you know?
It was 11 when they walked out in the street.
Someone's looking to cash their chips in. Got him spotted. Serving up some hurt.
There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make the raid. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play.
I am very scared. This place is so spooky.
And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over. Before them lay the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living.
What was that? Did you hear that? Sorry, I'm so jumpy. I do not like it in here.
Big iron on his hip.
this bitch. Someone's looking at catching chips early. Let's distribute the weight.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. More news for you. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. In other news, Caesar's Legion continues to fortify its position in Nelson. The nearby town of Vilvac. We'll have more news for you at the top of the hour. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
glad you're with me?
No.
Took your sweet time. I suppose the NCR sent you? She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. I've got a plan to deal with them, but I'll need your help. Good. Meet me on the second level, and I'll explain what needs to be done. This Vault-Tec machinery is so fragile. I had to jury-rig this elevator a few days, and it's on the fritz again already. Ah, that's got it. See you upstairs. Good, you're here. Ready to begin? Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy... The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped in. Good.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? It's just about time to get you some news. The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope.
I'll hold.
Huh.
Hey, it's Mr. New Vegas letting you know I've got a new Christmas compilation coming out soon. Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Look for it on holotape. It's just about time to get you some news. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that isolate a town, may be in trouble.
Let's...
NCR
Yeah,
Correctional
let's go.
Facility is now
All right.
under prisoner control following a successful riot. Locals should avoid anyone who looks like they've done time. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas.
Ah, good. You survived. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of it ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased. I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here. What's got you so flustered? You just about scared me to death shouting like that. What do you mean? I suppose you've given me no reason not to trust you. Fine. Take the data and go. I hope you know what you're doing. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to... If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell...
I told you about the motel my parents owned.
Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But, wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. I've never seen his face so red and twitchy. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. I knew I had a good feeling about you. Thanks again. Really, I owe you.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Very charitable of you. Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal.
Johnny Guitar.
I don't see how that's relevant. The dangers of the vault were your business, not mine. The only question is whether the data is still intact. I think... yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. Here then, as promised... Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, we aren't some band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
Over here!
In other news, the influx influx of displaced residents to the refugee camp at Bitter Springs has caused a strain on rations there. NCR officials are asking for donations.
No,
Those
I won't
were our
trade
top
with you.
stories. Ladies and
Gotcha.
gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Let's deal. Let's distribute the weight.
Howdy.
As I go riding merrily along, and they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell.
I've been thinking. I'd like to create a couple of new recipes based on critters from here in the Mojave. Good idea, huh? I'll want to keep cooking if I'm going to be creating new recipes. So that would mean regular shopping trips. That'd be up to you. Hi, I need to buy a few things. Here's my list. If you could give me 3 or 4 things off of it, that would be great. I'm ready. Let's go.
Hi there. Welcome to the Westside Co-op. I'm Clayton Etienne. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. Another satisfied customer. See you later. Welcome back. How can I help you? Pleasure.
Afraid? Ha! You want to give me something heavy to carry, don't you?
Got spurs that jingle, I got spurs that jingle, as I go riding along. Oh, ain't you glad? And they sing, oh, ain't you glad? And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Hello.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man.
I love it, don't get me wrong, but it could use some improvements, don't you think? We could go collect some plants and transplant them into the planters. Maybe go find a mailbox and put it by the door? Ooh, and maybe we could keep our eyes open for something special to put outside. Are you interested? Great! Oh, I know what I want and where we should go to get it. When I was at the Outpost, I picked up an NCR pamphlet. It talks about the flora and fauna of the Mojave and where to find stuff. It's very informative. I've planned our little mission based on what I've read in the pamphlet. Hopefully it won't send us on a wild goose chase. The first place we're headed to is Ruby Hill Mine to get a couple of banana yucca plants.
McLafferty's been riding asses again. Better lay low.
McLafferty's a hard boss, but she knows what she's doing, that's for sure.
This is the last one. I've been trying to decide how to thank you for taking me to all the traders. I think it would be great if you could have a hat like that. You know, it brings me good luck with traders. I never have to bargain very hard to get great deals. It's really no work at all. It's my hat. It is. I'm sure it helps. But I still need my hat. I do have another one just like it to give you, though. I want you to take it and try it out, okay? Great! Huh. Well, that's a long story. I don't know that I want to tell it or that you want to hear it. It started before I told him. I wasn't supposed to come to New Vegas alone. My best friend Bethy, she was supposed to be here with me. We spent months getting ready to go. My dad made us the radios. We collected gear we wanted to take. We talked to caravan guards about routes. And that's when things went wrong. Brian, one of the guards we talked to, liked Bethy right away and started coming around to see her. She never said anything about it. So I kept talking about our trip, finishing up plans and getting ready to go. About 2 weeks before we were supposed to leave, Bethy disappeared. Poof. She was just gone. Yeah, she left with Brian on one of his caravan routes. I decided to chase her. It took me about a week to finish getting ready, and then I left. I knew where Brian's caravan was headed, so that's where I went. But he left the caravan, and I never did find her. The second hat was supposed to be hers. We thought matching hats would be fun. But the hats aren't really that identical anymore. The one I've given you is nice and clean. It hasn't been torn up by geckos or gunshots. Hi, I need to buy a few things. Here's my list. You could give me 3 or 4. Things off of it, that would be great. I'm ready. Let's go.
careful if we go off the road.